And the second best time is today. Well, the same goes for protecting your health and wealth. Don't worry if you haven't planted that tree yet. We've got you covered with the right tools to secure your future now. Here at Book Brother L Consulting Services, we deliver the guidance you need to thrive, leveraging exclusive health, income support, and supplemental insurance solutions through our expert partners in the industry. Our approach is data driven and calculated to ensure your well being and business success. Did you know unexpected health issues causes financial stress in 60% of U.S. households, according to the CDC? With Book Brother L Consulting Services, we guide you through health income supplemental insurance options that protect your income during those unforeseen medical events. Picture this: knowing that even if a health issue strikes, your income remains intact. Supplemental health insurance through our expert partners gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Forbes report that 48% of workers without supplemental insurance struggle to cover medical costs. Let us fill that gap, ensuring you're always protected. Income protection is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. With 33% of U.S. households lacking any form of income protection, according to the U.S. Treasury. Supplemental insurance ensures financial stability in tough times, whether it's accident or illness coverage. We got your back. At Book Brother L Consulting Services, we don't just protect your health and income. Our consulting services help you make smarter, data-backed decisions that grows your wealth. Forbes even shows that businesses working with business experts, mentors, financial experts grow 25% faster than those that don't. Combine this with income support, and you're set for long-term security. So why wait? Head over to www.brotherl.com and book your consultation today. Whether you're seeking business development, AI integration, or financial leverage strategies, we've got the expertise to guide you. And with our exclusive health and income solutions through our expert partners, you're not just securing your business, you're securing your future. As the old saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So let's create a future filled with prosperity and security together. Book your consultation now with Brother L, where your health, wealth, and future are always protected.
Today I want to talk to you about mind. Today I want to talk to you about mind over mastery. Because when you master your mind can master. I've got some great news for you. Money is not my money problem. Money's not your money problem. If you have money problems, you don't have money problems because of money. Your money problems because of something else. And I'm going to show you what those something else's are in this video entitled Mind Over Money Mastery. We've all heard mind over matter, mind over matter, mind over matter. Most people who say mind over matter probably don't know what it means. But today I want to talk to you about mind over money mastery. Because when you master your mind can master your money. So you've all heard me talk about the 4 levels of value before, and I'm going to draw them on the board, the 4 levels of value, so you can see them. Larry, you want to change? There we go. Okay, so the 4 levels of value that exist in the world. By the way, this has existed since the beginning of time. I didn't invent it. I just discovered it. And if you don't really get, like, if you want to make more money, most people think the way to make more money is to work harder. Well, working harder on the wrong thing will not make you more money. It will just make you more tired. Working harder on the right thing could make you more money if a lack of effort is the thing that's missing on the thing you're working on. But most people say, well, you just need to give them more value, more value. I want to over deliver. Most people, what they call over delivering is actually overwhelming. And what they do is they put a whole bunch of minutia in their solutions so that you don't know which part to focus on. And so that you become over. I'm going to make a statement. I believe, whether subconsciously or consciously, that a lot of the coaching programs, courses, and books out there are intentionally, either unconsciously or consciously, designed to overwhelm people so they won't be able to blame the creator if it didn't work. That's what I believe. I don't, consciously or unconsciously. Because what if every coach had to apply the scientific method? What if every coach had to do double-blind studies on all the stuff they teach to make sure it didn't just work for them, but it could work for everybody? So what are the 4 levels of value? The lowest level of value is implementation. And on this level of value, you use your muscles over time to make money. Now, if it's true, and I believe it is, that wealth is spiritual, and what creating wealth is a spiritual result, creating wealth is a spiritual activity, and having wealth is a spiritual outcome. If wealth is a spiritual outcome, then it has to be created in a higher spirit, on a higher spiritual plane. So muscles, are they physical or spiritual? They're physical. Time, is it limited or unlimited? Limited. Time is limited. So we have a limited physical resource. We have a limited resource of time. So we're using a limited resource or a physical resource times a limited resource, and we're desiring to produce an unlimited result. It can't happen unless we apply some other principles. So if you're working down here in the implementation phase, you're going to be making somewhere between minimum wage and what, 40,000 a year? We'll call it 80,000. Maybe you're a mechanic at Rolls-Royce of Orlando or something. Okay, cool. So minimum wage and $80,000. Now, if you want to move up to work at a higher level, the second level is implementation. And on the implementation level, you use your management skills to make money. So you're no longer down here, you're the person doing the thing. Up here, you're the person. I said implementation. I meant unification. This should be. I got all excited. Sometimes when you get to talking really, really fast, you forget what you're talking about. Okay. So on this level, it's unification. And on the unification level, there we go. You use your management skills to make money. You're no longer the person doing the thing. You're the person who's managing the people doing the thing. And so because you're managing the people, you're actually getting a multiplied output from your singular input. That's called leverage. So you're going to make more money. How much money are you going to make? Well, this person right here at minimum wage might be flipping tacos at Taco Bell. So you might be a manager at Taco Bell. You're not going to make minimum wage. You're going to make $40,000 a year. And if you're a middle manager at Lockheed Martin or Boeing or somewhere, you might make $250,000 a year. But it's still a ceiling. It's still limited. And when you're making $250,000 a year working for a company, they want you to know that they own you. How many of y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And so they don't care about your kid's game. They don't care about the recital. They don't care about what you missed. They want you at work when they want you at work. Okay, so then if you want to break through to where wealth is created above this line.
Every gym bro or personal trainer I know wants to start making money online with their fitness business. But there's 2 reasons they never start or never succeed. Either one, they don't know how.
And this is communication. This is a communication level. And on the communication level, the resource you use is your mouth. Now, you have to have a mouth and you have to learn how to use it. Well, most people have a mouth, but most people also have not learned how to use it. And when I say learn how to use your mouth, I'm talking about use your mouth to create messages that move masses. Use your mouth to have conversations that create cash flow. You have to use your mouth to educate the uneducated. You have to use your mouth to entertain the bored. You have to use your mouth to enlighten the unenlightened. Well, when you learn how to use your mouth that way, and so when you learn how to use your mouth that way, then you might end up being an author. You might end up being a salesperson. You might end up being a coach. You might end up being a speaker. You might end up being an actor or a singer or a songwriter or a playwright. Some level, but on this level, you're going to make somewhere on the low end between $100,000 a year if you sell cars, all the way up to, it could be $100 million a year or more if you're an A-list actor or an A-list singer. Cool. So you're using your mouth to make money. And then the highest level of value is imagination. Imagination. And on this level, you use your mind to make money. Okay, cool. Well, on this level, you're going to make somewhere between, on the low end, you'll make $1 million a year. And on the high end, it could be billions. Nowadays, it could be trillions, right? Look at Elon Musk, right? So billions. So we have to learn how to operate at a higher on a higher spiritual plane. And that's what I want to talk to you about today in this concept of mind over money mastery. See, if you're making all of your money down here, now all of us operate at some level on all of these planes. But if the majority of the work you do, let's say 80% of what you do is down here, and maybe another 5% is here, and let's call it 10%. 10% is here, and then 5% is here, and then 5% is here. Well, then you're gonna be on the struggle bus. So what do? You flip the script. You figure out a way to make most of your money up here. Do the 80% stuff here, and make this 10, and then this 5, and then this 5. Because all of us have to implement. All of us have to manage people to some degree, and all of us have to communicate, and all of us have to come up with ideas. But the quality of your life, or the quality of
and take control. Are you ready to level your business and take control of your future? Introducing the AI Power Play Masterclass series. My brother Ill, your ultimate guide to success in the digital age. First up, the AI Power Play Virtual Office Masterclass. In a world where 74% of companies plan to permanently shift to remote work, setting up a virtual office is crucial. Save up to 30% on overhead costs and boost productivity by as much as 13%. With a streamlined, flexible work environment according to Forbes. Protect your wealth with the AI Power Play Asset Protection Master Class, Series 1 and 2. In today's volatile economy, businesses that focus on asset protection are 2 times more likely to recover from financial crises based on data from the U.S. Treasury. And did you know? Companies with robust legal protections experience 20% lower litigation costs during lawsuits. And for those of you looking to boost your credit score, the AI Power Play Credit Repair Masterclass is your solution. With 79% of credit reports containing errors, according to the Federal Trade Commission, you can raise your credit score by 50 to 100 points just by disputing inaccuracies. Better credit means lower interest rates, more loan approvals, and a stronger financial foundation. Need expert advice? Book a one-on-one consultation with Brother Ill. Entrepreneurs who consult with experts grow their businesses 25% faster, reports Forbes. Whether it's business development, AI integration, or financial leverage strategies, get the insight you need to thrive. Visit www.brotherill.com today to enroll in the AI Power Play Masterclass series and book your consultation. It's time to invest in yourself, protect your future, and watch your business soar. Brother Ill is empowering your success, one masterclass at a time.
your income. The level of your income is going to be mostly determined by the thoughts you have in your mind. And when I say thoughts you have in your mind, have you ever thought about what it means to think? What is thinking? Like, what does it mean to use your mind? People tell you, well, think about it. Everybody tells you to think about it. Nobody tells you how to think about it. Well, what is thinking about it? Thinking about it is asking yourselves questions and then finding the answer or figuring out the answer. That's what thinking is. Thinking is, oh, ask myself a question. Well, I wonder what's wrong with the car. Okay. And then wonder what I can do about it. Who can show me? Or I wonder how music is made. Oh, I wonder how to play the guitar. I wonder how do they make music come out of this guitar with only 6 strings on it, right? And so how do they memorize all the notes on the keyboard of a piano? And you ask yourself a question, and then you either figure out the answer or you find the answer, and then you focus on learning what you just found out about. That's what it means to think. But most people don't think. They just think they think. Most people go around regurgitating slogans and acting as if they know they're true just because they believe they're true. Okay, cool. So what we want to do is we want to put our mind in control of our money. We don't want our emotions to be in control of our money. We don't want the things that we are able to do, our skill sets with the things that we can do with our hands. We don't want that in control of our money. Like, we have to think about it. Now, for most people, thinking about money is really painful. Josh, can you cool it off in here for me? Because I'm hot. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you a methodology for making better financial decisions, because I'm going to tell you something. If you make emotional decisions around money, you will be broke. Did I say that too fast? If you make your financial decisions based on emotions, you will be broke. Because here's what I found out as an entrepreneur. Sometimes I don't feel like working. So guess what I do? I work anyway. Sometimes I feel like I've got the greatest idea in the world and I want to abandon everything and just run after this great idea. That's a terrible thing to do. Man, I just saw this thing. I really want to buy it. But if I buy it, I won't be able to pay my employees on Friday. Terrible idea. You can't make decisions. You can't make money decisions based on emotions and get rich. I mean, you can make money decisions based on emotion, but you can't get rich. So you have to learn how to use your mind. So what do you use your mind to do? This is where the wealth is created. True perceptions, or learn to perceive the truth. You have to learn true perceptions. You don't see things the way they are. You see things the way you are. Did I say that too? I'm going to say that again. You don't see things the way they are. You see things the way you are. And what's really fascinating is, like, this is a scientific fact. This is how the algorithm knows what to feed you on social media. They feed you things you already like, already believe, already think. For perfect example, if you are like a liberal Democrat, they're going to show you all the good stuff they can find about liberal politics. If you're a conservative Republican, they're going to show you all the conservative Republican stuff. If you like country music, they're not going to show you Beyonce and Michael Jackson. If you like pop music, they're not going to show you Travis Tritt and Clint Black. They're going to show you the stuff that you've already demonstrated you like. Well, guess what? Like, we have this thing in our mind called people call it reticular activation, but it's actually reticular actuation. And what happens is we notice things that we're aware of, and we don't notice things that we're not aware of. So you get a new car, right? You never, like, you saw this car, you're like, oh, this is a really cool car. But you didn't really see them that often, so you thought they weren't that common. Until you got one, it seems like the day after you got your new car. Like, most of the people in town went out and got the same car. Like, why are they copying me? They're not copying you. You've just become more aware of it. And so you have to learn how to use your mind to learn true perceptions. And because most people were miseducated in the miseducational, misdirectional system, most people don't like to do what they think learning is, but that's not actually what learning is anyway. So most people don't want to read because they were forced to read stuff that wasn't interesting, so they think reading is boring. How many of y'all tracking? right? They learned math backwards in the American miseducational, misdirectional system. And so they think math is hard because the system intentionally, in my opinion, taught them math backwards so that they wouldn't want to think about numbers. And if you don't want to think about numbers, then you won't want to think about numbers when it comes to your money. So when you become an adult, it's easier for the system to take your money. There's an ethnic group that is categorically and historically better at math than every other ethnic group. Who am I talking about? Asians. Everybody said Asians, right? And so what people who don't understand reality like to do, well, that's because they have an extra math gene. No. People say stuff like that. No, they don't have an extra math gene. In Asia, they just don't teach math backwards. What do I mean? If you would have learned addition from left to right, we learned to read from right to left, but we learned math from right to left. Do you ever think about that? Never thought about that until now? Okay, watch this. Take some money out of my pocket. Okay, so I got some 20s, I got a 10, I got a 5, I got a 5, I got some 5s, I got some 1s. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect for this illustration. If I am going to count this money, I got one $100 bill in here, a couple of 20s, a 10, some 10s, some 5s, and some 1s. If I'm counting this money, what do I count first? I count the 100. Do I count the big ones first or last ones? Count the big ones. And all I'm doing when I'm counting money is what? I'm adding it up to see how much I have. Right? I'm adding it up. And I'm adding it up in my head. I don't need to carry anything. I don't get confused. I don't know. What do I carry? Right? Okay. So I'm going to go over here to my board and I'm going to teach you. By the way, addition is the foundation of mathematics. If you're not good at adding, you won't be good at subtracting. If you're not good at adding, you won't be good at multiplication. If you're not good at adding, you won't be good at division. You won't be good at percentage. But if you're good at addition, like the rest of math is at least 10 times easier. But if you're not good at adding, then the rest of math is going to be at least 10 times harder. I believe this is intentionally taught the wrong way. So let me go over here to the board. I'm going to show you what I mean. So just somebody in the room, shout out a 4-digit number. 1,000. That was really easy. Okay, give me another one. 4-digit number. Somebody else. 4,682. Give me 82. Give me one more. Somebody. Just start. Y'all do know. Okay, there's only 9 digits and a 0. Somebody give me something. Okay, go ahead. 226. Okay, now here's what we learned. We add this up. 2 plus 6 is 8, and then 8 plus 2 is 10. You carry the 1, right? But when we're counting our money, that's not how we count it. We count the big numbers first. So we know this is the thousands column, this is the hundreds column, this is the tens column, that's the ones column. So everything in this column is 1,000. Everything in this column is 100. Everything in this column is tens. Everything in this column is times 1. Okay, so 1,000 plus 4,000 is 5,000. Everybody's good so far. 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 is what? 10,000. Okay, so let's call that. Let's just do 10,000. And I'm going to do this the simple way, right? So it's 10,000. Okay, so then we got 600 plus 200 is how much? 800. We got 80 plus 20 is what? Talk to me, y'all. 100. We got 6 plus 2 is what? 8. So 10,900. 900. Oops, I put it in the wrong place. 10,908. Let me do that over. I got my stuff out of alignment. Boom. This is, 10,908. The 8 goes right here. 8. Okay, so now I didn't remember how to use my board. Okay, 10,908. So the number is 10,908. Now, how many of you on YouTube and in this room, that's the first time in your life you've ever added something together right to left to right? Right. Did you see how much easier it was? By the way, you can do it in your head just as easily. Even if I didn't write them down on the bottom, watch this. If I didn't write them down on the bottom, 1,000 plus 4,000, how much? 5,000 plus 5,000 is 10,000. 10,600, 10,800, 10,880, 10,900, 10,902, 10,908. Without adding, without writing anything down, I just did it in my head. Why? Because I started. See, in Asia, when they learn math, they use an abacus. And you learn how to count the big numbers first when you're adding stuff together. My point is, most people don't know how to use their mind because we've never been taught. In fact, in America, we've been dumbed down so much that we believe up is down is up, right is left is right. And we have people arguing for all kinds of ridiculous things under the guise of equality when it's just ridiculousness. So learn true perceptions, learn to perceive truth in your mind, and then love truthful perspectives. Stop taking that which you love and attempting to make it truth, and just find what's truth and fall in love with it. When you do that, your mind can be in control. Do you understand? You were created. There's a reason your head is on top. Okay, let me teach you something really cool. Did you know that in Hebrew culture, they teach that when you lower your head to your food, that's what animals do, because animals put physicality first. They're just primarily physical beings. I mean, they're not spiritual beings, right? And so the word for an animal or a beast is bahema, in it is what it is, right? So, but the word for man is Adam, Aleph Daled Mem. Aleph represents God, Daled Mem represents the blood. The life of the flesh is in the blood. So we are a godlike creation with flesh and blood. Okay? But the Aleph is supposed to be at the top. So why do we eat our food with utensils? The reason we eat our food with utensils is we're demonstrating every time we eat food that this part of us supports, works for, and worships this part of us. But if this part of us starts worshiping this part of us, we are on a path of destruction. When this is in control. So it's literally like cutting your food, lifting your food to your mouth with utensils is a picture of the body giving the offering to the head.
They say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. Well, the same goes for protecting your health and wealth. Don't worry if you haven't planted that tree yet. We've got you covered with the right tools to secure your future now. Here at Book Brother L Consulting Services, we deliver the guidance you need to thrive, leveraging exclusive health, income support, and supplemental insurance solutions through our expert partners in the industry. Our approach is data-driven and calculated to ensure your well-being and business success. Did you know unexpected health issues causes financial stress in 60% of U.S. households, according to the CDC? With Book Brother L Consulting Services, we guide you through health income supplemental insurance options that protect your income during those unforeseen medical events. Picture this: knowing that even if a health issue strikes, your income remains intact. Supplemental health insurance through our expert partners gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Forbes report that 48% of workers without supplemental insurance struggle to cover medical costs. Let us fill that gap, ensuring you're always protected. Income protection is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. With 33% of U.S. households lacking any form of income protection, according to the U.S. Treasury. Supplemental insurance ensures financial stability in tough times, whether it's accident or illness coverage. We got your back. At Book Brother L Consulting Services, we don't just protect your health and income. Our consulting services help you make smarter, data-backed decisions that grows your wealth. Forbes even shows that businesses working with business experts, mentors, financial experts grow 25% faster than those that don't. Combine this with income support and you're set for long-term security. So why wait? Head over to www.brotherhill.com and book your consultation today. Whether you're seeking business development, AI integration, or financial leverage strategies, we've got the expertise to guide you. And with our exclusive health and income solutions through our expert partners, you're not just securing your business, you're securing your future. As the old saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So let's create a future filled with prosperity and security together. Book your consultation now with Brother L, where your health, wealth, and future are always protected.
And so you have to learn to love truthful perspectives. You have to fall in love with truth instead of attempting to make true that which you love. And then you leverage tried and true priorities. What does that mean? You make your based on your perception of truth from a perspective of truth. You don't make your financial decisions. You prioritize your financial decisions based on truth. So, for instance, I fly private. I can afford to buy a jet. I'd love to have a jet. I just don't fly enough. It doesn't make sense. So I would have my priorities out of order if I did that, right? So, for instance, I have a team of about 15 people, and all of that. The people on my team are all valuable. They all serve a valuable function in the team. However, when it comes to the work that they do, see, I don't like when employers are looking at hiring people, we think about how much money is this person going to make us for the company. When people get a job, they're focused on how much is this job going to pay me? Are y'all tracking? When the employee gets their vision in line with the employer, and not just for my organization, but all organizations, then generally they will make more money because they will be focused on things that make the company money, which makes them more valuable to the company. Okay. So I started the company and we're an educational company and I'm a consultant. And so therefore, like the work that I do brings in most of the money, but like without the supporting work, I'd have a whole lot more work to do. Does that make sense? So I could live a much more lavish lifestyle than I live. I could have nicer cars. I could live in a much nicer house in a much nicer neighborhood. And I could take way more vacations than I take and all of that. But if I did that, I wouldn't have the ability to make sure that when trouble comes, we don't have to lay anybody off. Right? And here's like, even though I'm pretty sure I make more money than everybody in our company. I'm pretty sure I do. But even though I make more money per dollar wise than everybody in our company, percentage wise, based on the amount of money every worker brings in, I make the least. I make the smallest percentage of the money that I bring in of anybody in my company. I want you to think about that. Why? Because my priorities are in the right place. I didn't just start this business so I can be okay. One of the reasons I really resisted hiring people was because I want to give people a job and then make them think they were going to be able to pay their bills and then have to lay them off because I couldn't figure out how to make it work well enough. Okay. So anyway, so you have to prioritize your finances based on reality, not based on fantasy. Like if you're always looking at Instagram and YouTube and if you're looking at Instagram and YouTube and X and Facebook and TikTok, and you're looking at how other people are living their lives, you're comparing the best part of their life with the reality of your life and thinking you're not doing well. And so what you'll do is you'll make financial decisions you'll buy things that you don't need and that you can't afford to impress people that you don't know or don't like and will never meet. It doesn't make any sense. You have to prioritize in your finances. I am going to do the thing that makes the most sense, and I'm going to do the things that make the most sense first, so that if I don't have time to get to something, I don't get to the things that make the least amount of sense. And in business, if it don't make no dollars, it don't make no sense. Okay, y'all track it. Okay, so I'm not going to charge extra for that. Okay, so you have the mind. What is the mind? See, a lot of people think the mind is the brain, but the mind has a conscious level and a subconscious level. I like to think of the conscious mind as the manual mind. It's the part that you control with effort consciously. You're aware of the fact that you're making it do something. The subconscious mind I like to call the automatic mind. Can I share some amazing news that I've discovered? All of the results that you're producing in your life, you're producing on the automatic mind level, the subconscious level. Like if you are like succeeding wildly right now, you're succeeding wildly because your subconscious mind is programmed to succeed wildly. If you're struggling right now, you are struggling because your subconscious mind is programmed to struggle. It's like setting a thermostat.
Head over to www.brotheril.com for more exclusive content. Make sure you subscribe. Come right here. When you get in here, go to Book Brother L to book your online appointments. Simply come here and hit book. Or if you're just looking for some of our digital self-help products, just go right to shop. And here we are, AI Power Play Credit Repair Masterclass, AI Power Play Setup and Leverage Your Virtual Office Masterclass. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Schroeder's book. Right? Or we even have the digital workouts. You're looking for some abs, L90 arms, and abdominal workout. It's on sale right now, $19.99. Again, go over to brotherl.com. Monetizing thoughts is possible here at the Wealth Intelligence Community. Unlock the authority of your mind. Thank you for joining us on the Brother Ill Show. Peace.